You can't be serious.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today, we couldn't help but wonder, which episodes of this iconic HBO series can we easily watch again and again, and which would we rather pretend didn't exist?
We actually really like each other. No.
Number 5, Timeless, A Woman's Right to Shoes.
Kira and Chuck don't like outside dirt coming in. The twins are always picking things up off the floor.
But this is an outfit.
They'd really appreciate it.
Time and time again, Carrie, Miranda, Charlotte, and Samantha deal with being scrutinized for their singleness. Baby showers, weddings, engagement parties, and even apartment signings have been moments where their accomplishments don't seem to matter because they don't have a husband or children. When Carrie's Manolos are stolen at her friend's party, the host offers to pay her back for the shoes until she hears the price tag.
You know how much Manolos are? You used to wear Manolos.
Sure, before I had a real life. But Chuck and I have responsibilities now.
Hearing her judge Carrie for spending that much money on her husbandless, babyless self still strikes a nerve. However, Carrie finds the perfect way to get her shoes back and make a point for single women everywhere.
Hi, it's Carrie Bradshaw. I wanted to let you know that I'm getting married to myself. Oh, and I'm registered at Manolo Blahnik. So thanks. Bye.
Number 5, Forget. Models and Mortals. In this early episode, we're still in the days of Carrie breaking the fourth wall. Unfortunately, she does so to rally off some stereotypical depictions of women who work as models.
Turning the city into a virtual model country safari where men can pet the creatures in their natural habitat. As if we didn't have enough problems.
The episode cannot seem to resist depicting models as materialistic and unintelligent sex objects who make normal people feel bad about themselves. Oh, it gets worse.
There are two types of guys that fall for beautiful women. Either they're slime balls that are just out to get laid, or they fall in love with you instantly. It's pathetic.
Carrie pays a visit to an artist friend whose masterpiece is a video collection of models being intimate with him, recorded without their consent. Every show needs to find its footing, but the very second episode of Sex and the City could have used a few more rounds of editing.
The things you gotta do in the name of research.
Number 4, Timeless, Secret Sex.
Isn't it better to find out if the sex is good right off the bat before anybody's feelings get hurt?
But it's okay to have hurt feelings.
And you always handle those so well.
This episode is a perfectly nostalgic snapshot of single life before things get too serious. Carrie's romance with Big is just getting started, and her photo shoot for her column's bus ad comes with an amazing perk. She gets to keep the dress.
Let's just say it. It's the naked dress. I mean, you're obviously gonna have sex with him tonight.
Come on, it's our first date.
She's not gonna have sex, she's just gonna look like sex.
That's right. I'm just the trailer.
As we're still getting to know the women, this early episode offers a look into their unique perspectives and personalities. Charlotte's surprising fling and Miranda's boldness with a date are standout moments. But the classic sequence is the hangout at Carrie's apartment where everyone shares their 2 cents on having sex on the first date.
Well, there is something to be said for restraint.
When did you become such a Victorian?
The Victorians were onto something. They valued romance.
True romance cannot exist without good sex.
And yet you can have good sex with someone you don't like or respect. Or even remember.
Number 4, Forget. What's sex got to do with it?
Yes, ladies, I'm a lesbian.
Wait a second. You're in a relationship?
The central message of this episode is a bit of a mixed bag as everyone tries to get a handle on the importance of sex. There's a spontaneous fling between Carrie and Ray the Jazzman, a sort of married fling between Charlotte and Trey, and an all-consuming fling between Miranda and Chocolate. Samantha's new relationship with Maria is the storyline with potential in this episode, but it takes a disappointing turn.
How does that work? You go to bed one night, you wake up the next morning, and poof, you're a lesbian?
Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm a fire hydrant.
Yeah, I'm a shoe. I always wanted to be one, and poof, now I am.
I don't think she's a lesbian. I think she just ran out of men.
While the girls are rightfully confused to see Samantha committed to someone, their dismissal of her interest in women comes off as unsympathetic and narrow-minded. If anything, Samantha is so open about her sexuality that it shouldn't have been a surprise to anyone.
You just caught us a little off guard with the lesbian thing.
That's just a label like Gucci or Versace.
Or Birkenstock.
This is not about being gay or straight. Maria is an incredible woman. She's got passion and talent.
Number 3, Timeless. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Samantha's Birkin curse and Lucy Liu's guest appearance are enough to make this episode a classic. However, its discussion of abortion is sensitive and complex.
You're not even going to consider having it?
This is not in my plans right now, and I really feel awful talking about this in front of you.
In this episode, Charlotte's discovery that her odds of conceiving naturally are low comes at the same time as Miranda's surprising pregnancy. When Miranda discusses abortion as an option, Charlotte is furious and Carrie reflects on her own experiences.
I stayed in 1988 just long enough to realize I had made the right decision. Even though I was sitting in the same seat, I was in a totally different place.
For Carrie, this comes as an opportunity to deepen her connection with Aiden, and Charlotte and Miranda grow to understand each other a little better. Although their reactions and reasoning may be at odds, this episode highlights the unwavering support and love that friends can offer.
Charlotte walked all the way home, and even though she never turned back, she knew Miranda was behind her.
Number 3, forget. Cocka Doodle Doo.
I understand that pseudo-straight married men from New Jersey have to get laid, but do they have to do it on my block?
In the 3rd season, the girls go through some painful romantic arcs they'd probably like to forget. Charlotte's marriage to Trey is deeply strained. Carrie is trapped in a love triangle with Aiden and Big, and Miranda moves in and breaks up with Steve in a matter of weeks.
Steve, I didn't throw you away, did I?
No.
She said I did.
Miranda, only you and I can ever really know what happened between you and I. It's nobody else's business.
While this episode does include an iconic Carrie and Big moment when they fall into a duck pond, Samantha's plotline involving the transgender sex workers outside her apartment makes the whole episode difficult to revisit.
Aha! Don't I know it?
The jabs at these characters are uncomfortable and unnecessary, and their depiction is an unfortunate punchline that doesn't help to end this chaotic season on a good note. Number 2, timeless. My motherboard, myself. When we lose someone or something important, it forces us to reckon with our vulnerabilities. When Miranda's mother suddenly passes away, the 4 women show how they cope with grief.
She was trying to be so strong, but she sounded so alone. And I just kept saying all the wrong things, I think.
Miranda tries to maintain her tough exterior. Charlotte swoops in as an organizer, and Samantha is uncomfortably avoidant. Carrie also faces some harsh truths about her relationship with Aiden.
I gave you my keys. What more do you want?
Your keys? Oh, great. So now I can get into your front door. How do I get into there?
Despite these struggles, the immediate support the women offer Miranda is a testament to their bond. They may be independent women, but that fact doesn't deny the importance of love and friendship.
There's the kind of support you ask for, and the kind of support you don't ask for.
Number 2, forget. Boy, girl, boy, girl. Sex and the City regularly attempted to address modern issues in innovative ways, but that doesn't mean that every take aged well or was discussed productively.
I know you've been with men, you've been with women. Wait, seriously. Were you just looking at that guy?
When Carrie starts dating Sean, a younger man who mentions that he's bisexual, her reaction is less than accepting and more than awkward. Everyone is weirded out by Sean's openness. Well, except Samantha, always a reliable voice for exploration when it comes to sex.
That generation is all about sexual experimentation. All the kids are going bi.
So what, if all the bi kids are jumping off a bridge, you gonna do that too?
I'm a trisexual. I'll try anything once.
This episode could have been the perfect opportunity to examine what made the girls feel skeptical about having a partner who goes both ways, but it leaves a lot to be desired. At least Charlotte's moment in drag is a silver lining.
You're a hot guy. You can get any woman you want. You're rich, you're powerful. You eat guys like me for lunch. How you feeling now?
I think I need a bigger sock.
Before we unveil our top picks, here are some honorable mentions. Forget. The Big Journey. Carrie and Samantha on a cross-country train ride? They should have stayed in Manhattan.
We were supposed to have the deluxe first-class sleeper.
This is the first-class sleeper.
And I suppose the regular class sleeps in what? A tuna can?
Timeless. The agony and the ecstasy. Who needs men? Friends make the best soulmates.
Maybe we could be each other's soulmates. And then we could let men be just these great, nice guys to have fun with.
Well, that sounds like a plan.
Forget. The F-Buddy. Carrie tries to transform a friend with benefits into a boyfriend.
Whenever we've had dinner, we've always,
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
All right, I'm just gonna get my purse. Like most first dates, we were off to an awkward start.
Forget games people play. Proving your therapist right is not a great look.
I'm not sure I really believe in therapy. I'm more of a solve your own problems kind of gal.
Timeless, running with scissors. Carrie and Big's affair hits its breaking point.
Carrie! I see you! Wait! I knew you were having an affair, but not in my house! Stop! I'm talking to you!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Timeless, I Heart NY.
I can't believe you actually talked me into this. A buggy ride in Central Park. Very corny.
Nope. Classic.
In the months following September 11, 2001, many television shows were faced with the challenge of depicting Manhattan in the aftermath of the tragedy. Although the finale of Season 4 was written before the attacks, it wound up serving as a heartfelt and hopeful tribute to New York City.
We have to do it up right. A proper goodbye. You, me, New York. You owe it to us. And by us, I mean New York and myself.
When Big suddenly announces that he's moving to Napa, Carrie plans one final perfect New York night with him. Then, in the middle of a carriage ride through Central Park, she leaves him to be with Miranda when she goes into labor. It's Carrie at her best, romantic, mature, and dedicated to her best friend in her time of need. In her column, Carrie's message about change and love is enduring.
Seasons change. So do cities. People come into your life and people go. But it's comforting to know the ones you love are always in your heart.
Number 1, Forget. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Didn't I meet you at the Columbia Records party for Jennifer Lopez?
I don't think so. My PR firm handled it, but I'm sure I remember meeting you.
As one of the first few non-white love interests on the show, Siobhan's introduction gave us some hope that this episode might aim to navigate interracial relationships. Unfortunately, the writing of this episode really misses the mark.
I'm never going to approve, and my approval means a lot to my brother. So, why don't you just save us all a lot of time and trouble and get out now before anybody gets hurt?
The chit-chat the girls have about political correctness and race is uncomfortable, but the racial stereotypes make this episode an easy skip. To really drive this lack of awareness home, in her column, Carrie tries to bring race, smoking, and bad kissing onto the same playing field of relationship deal breakers. Unfortunately, the fact that this is Aiden's first appearance doesn't do much to save this episode.
I'm not a designer. I'm a writer.
What was that? Fiction?
I wanted the discount. It's shameful but true.
What Sex and the City episodes are your forever favorites, and which ones would you be happy to wipe from memory? Tell us in the comments.
I'm gonna go.
Good idea.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.